Well, you likely know her from The Talk, but Amanda Kloots also has Broadway dancer, author, actress, and fitness instructor on her resume. She lost her husband, Nick Cordero, nearly 3 years ago after a long battle with COVID. Now, in order to keep his memory alive with their young son, Elvis, she's written a children's book called Tell Me Your Dreams. Kloots sat down with me at her kitchen table to have Java with Jamie. So you use just an old school coffee maker?
Yeah, very plain coffee, and I don't like getting coffee out. I don't like coffee. I rarely get coffee at a coffee shop.
The second youngest of 5, Amanda Kloots says her brother nicknamed her morning routine gross coffee.
It's very important. You gotta shake the creamer up, get it nice and frothy. And then I like to pour it in first and then the coffee.
Thank you for having Java with Jamie.
Oh my
for making me my own cup. This is not gross. It's good.
Her Hollywood Hills home is filled with pictures of her 3-year-old son, Elvis, all of his many toys, and now, on the kitchen table, a book written for him called Tell Me Your Dreams.
One night, he didn't want to go to bed still, and so I just said, do you want me to tell you your dreams? It started to be such a sweet thing we were doing every night. I would leave and come sit on the couch, and I would just hold my heart, and I would just be like, gosh, maybe this is a children's book. And so luckily, HarperCollins thought the same.
And here we are.
And here we are. I love trying to think of ways that Elvis can connect with his dad and ways that he can, you know, interact with him and create memories with him, I guess. And this is such a great way because I've had beautiful dreams of Nick visiting me, so I'm sure that he has visited Elvis. And why not go to bed hoping and thinking that tonight I'm gonna have an amazing dream where I get to go on an adventure with my dad.
Kloots lost her husband, Broadway actor Nick Cordero, from complications from COVID in 2020.
You're now entering almost the 3rd year of losing Nick.
Yeah, this July will be the 3rd anniversary.
And so where are you at, and can you explain to people how hard it is even today?
Yeah. It is, it's funny, like you grow a lot stronger because you have to. You move forward because you have to. Elvis helps me tremendously with that. But I think where grief is hard right now is that there's so much I wish I could share with Nick, or that, you know, I could sit on the couch and have him hold me through, or just give me a hug and a kiss and say everything's gonna be okay, and or witness things that Elvis is doing, especially because he's so much like his dad, that there's times where it's just a random, you know, Monday night and he's sitting in there playing the drums, and I just wish that Nick was sitting next to me. And he is, you know, I know he is, he's around, but like, I think that's why year 2, year 3, it doesn't get easier because life keeps happening and you just keep missing and wanting that person to be with you during those moments in your life.
That grief is forever present in Kloots' life, but she keeps going and documented her journey in her first book she wrote with her sister Anna called Live Your Life.
What do you wish people knew about a grief journey?
To be gentle, to not judge. I think that's the hardest thing, to not judge. You don't know how hard it is to walk in anybody's shoes. Anytime I have to go away for work, that I'm not a good mom because I'm constantly traveling and constantly away from my son. You know, when I started dating again, that was a whole big thing where, you know, I was getting judged for going on a date.
Motherhood and dating?
Yeah.
Like, that's horrible, not in the public eye.
Yeah.
And not going through grief sometimes. So to then add in the mixture of all these other things, I don't know how you do it.
Yeah, no, it's a lot. I think that's where my years of Broadway like really prepared me well. I have very thick skin. It is very hard to offend me.
Never offended and always persistent are likely Kloots' biggest traits.
So you're a Midwest girl.
I'm a Midwest girl.
Big dreams.
Huge dreams. I knew I wanted to be on Broadway when I was in 6th grade, and I convinced my parents to let me move to New York to go to a musical theater conservatory. I don't know why they said yes. They dropped me off in New York City. I go to school for musical theater, and luckily, 2 days before I graduate, I booked a national tour of the Broadway show, 42nd Street, and I started my Broadway career. And I did that and film and TV for 16 years.
Kloots performed in musicals and is a former member of the dance company, the Rockettes. Broadway is where she met Cordero, fell in love, and decided to try something else.
I just took a leap. Started my own business, and luckily, it didn't succeed right away, but after some, hard work and blood, sweat, and tears, about 8 months into the business, it kind of took off. I created my own jump rope, and then now I have my whole fitness app and everything, and that was sort of like how that kind of, transformed my life.
She and her sister also launched the apparel company Hooray For. Then came a co-host spot on The Talk, a 4th place finish in 2021 on Dancing with the Stars, while also executive producing and acting in the movie Fit for Christmas.
This is mistletoe, not to be messed with.
What keeps you busy?
It does keep me busy. I like keeping busy. Sometimes I think it's like my defense mechanism. I'm sure it is, but
I did wonder about that.
yeah, I think, if I was playing therapist on myself, which I love to do, a therapist would probably be like, are you just working and working and working so you don't have to deal with things in your life? And I would say, I don't know, maybe I am.
And sometimes I think it's okay.
Yeah, I mean, if I look back at my life, though, it's kind of what I've always done. I've always been a workhorse. I've always been a hustler.
Kloots tries to focus on her personal life when she can.
Do you think you'll fall in love again?
Oh my God, I hope so. Yeah, I love
I think all of us want you to.
Oh, well, that was...
You have a lot of people rooting for you.
Thank you. I hope so. I'm very picky. I don't get a chance to date a lot just because of life and how busy life is. So I think it'll be, I hope it'll be a very special person that, kind of takes me by surprise. I want lightning to strike, Jamie. We'll see.
And while she waits for that, Kloots reflects on the men who will always have a piece of her heart.
What do you think Nick would think about everything?
Oh, I mean, I think he has been a part of everything. I would hope that he would be very proud. I promised him when he passed away that I would do anything and everything in life for our little boy, so I hope that I'm making him proud.
I'd say so. Kloots says she has a lot more to create, too. She just wrote a screenplay based on her book, Live Your Life. She hopes to maybe make it into a movie in the future.
And I think a lot of people would be interested in that. And I think her message of grief and how to live through grief and survive it and overcome it, and the fact that it stays with you all the time and it doesn't necessarily get easier, it really resonates with everyone because we've all lost someone we love.
Yeah, and I think it's refreshing to hear someone who you see be so positive in everything that she does, whether it's her fitness company, writing this children's book, to say, it's still really hard 2-3 years in. It's not like grief just ends and you get to move on with your life. She would love to have Nick here always, but that's not, possible. And to hear her speak that way and how to navigate it, especially with a young son, I think is really refreshing.
And the ways in which she's introducing her son's father into his life and constantly making sure that presence is being felt is really inspirational too.
Yeah, she said something that hit me is that, she knows that Elvis's grief is coming. He was so young when he passed away. He doesn't really know his father, except through some of these memories and now this book. And she knows that he's just starting to realize at school, other people have dads and where's his dad and that type of thing. So she knows that the grief is coming, which that hit me that, as such a small child, he's going to have to feel that loss.
Yeah. Well, we are rooting for all of them, like you said.